Good afternoon. This is call number 2022-15356. In the interest of Kylie Gonzalez, all parties and witnesses, please unmute yourselves and raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I swear.
All right. Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Shakima Powell, I'm the child's mother.
Representing the Attorney General, State of Texas.
Andrea Eoff.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Demetrius Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez was personally served on April 9, 2022 at 10:53 a.m. at 2301 Hayes Road, apartment 7115 in Houston, Harris County, Texas. And he has not made an appearance or filed an answer. Is that correct, Ms. Eoff?
That's correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd like to call Shakima Powell.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Powell, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Powell, will you please state your full name for the record?
Shakima Akila Powell.
And will you state the full name and age of your child?
Kylie Ava Gonzalez, and she is 7 years old.
And Kylie's father is Mr. Gonzalez, correct?
Correct.
And you and Mr. Gonzalez are currently married, is that right?
Yes, we are.
And you have never alleged that anyone else could be Kylie's father, is that right?
No, I have not.
All right. Are you asking the court to legally declare that Mr. Gonzalez is Kylie's father today?
Yes.
All right. And you and Mr. Gonzalez separated back in 2015, is that right?
That's correct.
And what kind of co-parent has he been since then?
A violent one.
A violent one?
Mhm.
And has he actively been involved in Kylie's life?
About a couple of years back, but since lately, no.
Okay.
He's only seen her on the count of one hand. He's only seen her about 4 times, and she is 7.
So since 2015, he's only visited with her 4 times. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
All right. And does he talk to you about making parenting decisions for her or
No.
try to help you co-parent her in any way?
No.
Do you believe it would be in her best interest if you were appointed as the sole managing conservator and he was a possessory conservator with just visitation?
Yes.
And are you asking that the court appoint you as the managing conservator who designates Kylie's primary residence in Harris County and counties that touch Harris County?
Yes.
All right. Can you tell me a little bit more about the abuse you experienced from Mr. Gonzalez?
Me and Mr. Gonzalez got married when I was 19 back in Florida. While living in Florida, I was out and about with my cousin. He called the phone a couple of times because we was in the store, was unable to pick up service. He got upset. He came to the store. He picked me up. Once he picked me up and we got home, he blacked out after arguing, put my arms behind my back and pushed down with his knees until my arm snapped. I had to have surgery to get it corrected. Once that was over, we moved here to Texas. Once moving to Texas and he got caught cheating, we separated. That is after we had our kid. He came to my home and stole my vehicle. He also stole money out of my account because I left my card at home. And at the moment, the property was still under mine and his name. So he had access to the property. But after the lease was up, I moved and went somewhere else. And he hasn't been able to tell my address from that point till now. We've just been meet up in a designated area. He wanted to see his daughter.
Okay. So is it fair to say that you are comfortable with him having visitation with your daughter, but you do not want him to have your address or your phone number?
Yes.
And do you feel like if he has your address or phone number, or if it's printed in this court order, then you will be exposed to future abuse or harassment from him?
Yes.
And is that mainly because of what you've experienced in the past and the current state of your interactions?
Yes.
Okay. So when it comes to him having visitation with Kylie, are you comfortable with him having the standard possession order?
Yes.
But is it true that you want the court to order that all exchanges of Kylie take place at the Family Dollar located at 3302 Liberty Road in Houston, Texas, 77026?
Yes.
Okay, and is that the place where you guys have been meeting the 4 times he has wanted to visit with her?
Yes.
Okay. What does he do for a living?
He works on cars.
All right, so he's a mechanic?
Yes.
And is it true that he makes the $1,200 every 2 weeks for a monthly gross of $2,600?
Yes.
And are you asking that the court calculate child support based on that amount of gross monthly wages?
Yes.
And you know that he has another child, correct?
Yes.
But to your knowledge, does he have a court order ordering him, like obligating him to support that child?
No.
No. So are you asking the court to order him to pay child support in the amount of $424 a month, which would be just for this one child that we'd be creating a legal obligation for him to support?
Yes.
All right. And how is your child currently covered for health insurance?
She has Medicaid.
And are you asking the court to order you to continue with that Medicaid?
Yes.
And are you asking that the court order him to pay $117 a month in cash medical support for that Medicaid?
Yes. Yes.
And are you asking that the child support and medical support obligations begin on August 1st, 2022?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys separated back in 2015, but then he spent a year in jail during 2016. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then in that earlier period, right after you guys separated, he did give you $200 for your child. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. But even though y'all have had all that time apart, are you aware that I believe the furthest back we can go for retroactive child support is March 14th, 2018?
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay. And are you asking for the court to order retroactive support for the time period from March 14th, 2018 to today in the amount of $23,691?
Yes.
And are you asking that that amount be paid at $169 a month beginning August 1st?
Yes.
All right. And are you asking that the court make a finding of non-disclosure and keep your address and phone number confidential?
Yes.
Do you believe that if the court were to make an order that contained all of these terms today, that it would be in your child's best interest?
Yes.
All right. And are you asking the court to make and enter that order today?
Yes.
All right. Your Honor, I have no further questions and pass this witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're excused.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Powell, you're done.